What is the gift of the school for you?
School gave me everything. Everything I know and everything I believe about education. This is the Rainbow Troop School. I went to this school for 6 years during my elementary school, and it defines everything I believe about education actually. So this is the place where I've got the best education of my whole life.
Certainly you did not write with the intention of becoming famous and rich. Why did you write this book?
One of the reasons is to remind myself, and then to remind everyone else about the importance of education, about the integrity of education, and to be grateful to a very young teacher who started teaching us since she was just 15 years old in this school. So that in the school reflects the soul of the story of the Rainbow Troops actually.
What is the meaning of Rainbow Troop? Why did you call yourself and your friends Rainbow Troop?
The Rainbow Troops is a name given by the teacher for us, her last 10 students actually, who fought for education in this place where nobody cared about her and nobody cared about us. And then I remember in the afternoon we would like to climb up the trees and show the rainbows over this old village. And then the teacher started calling us the Rainbow Troops. I think she would like to encourage us because the name of the troops and the rainbow is every kid love rainbow, and the name of the troop itself for encouraging us to fight for education.
Yeah. What is the deeper meaning of education? It's not to earn a lot of money. It's not to become successful. What is the real meaning?
Education, as my teacher taught us in this school, education is actually a celebration of life. Education is actually the best thing in culture. Education is a way of appreciating ourselves. Now that's what I have learned from this school.
All the children have dreams, but most of your friends could not realize their dreams.
Yeah, it was a difficult situation back in the early 80s. But at least one of them, I consider myself that I could make it to pursue higher level of education, and then to write book that I dedicate to my teacher and my childhood friends, my classmates in this school. And it was not like the way it is today. And these days, Indonesian education system have made much progress, and there is no school like this again in Indonesia. And but I think we should preserve this school to remind us about the true meaning of education itself.
So why do you think, nevertheless, Lintang's education was not useless?
Well, Lintang once told me that at least one of us should make it to pursue higher level of education, because unfortunately he had not that opportunity to continue his studies. I still admire him up till now, and he is still the biggest inspirations for me to get the scholarship and to study in respectable institutions. So it's not useless. To educate oneself is never useless, actually.
Because you have a happy childhood, because you have you get a personality.
Yeah, integrity especially, and that was. It was not just a school; it's a university of life. Yeah, when we learn everything for the very first time, and we experience the thrill of first day at school. I think it's amazing experience for everyone. The thrill of first day at school. In this school, I experienced my first love. In this school, I know how beautiful knowledge is actually, and in this school I saw teachers who were really proud to be teachers, and they managed to convince us to be very proud of being students. And then I think that's the true essence of education.
In our times, schools often are part of the capitalistic system. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I have seen that we miss these days the true meaning of education. So many students see education as a burden these days, and back in our time we experience we were taught by these humble teachers that school can be fun. Education is actually, like the teacher told us, the celebrations of life. Education is an opportunity. Education is an entertainment. Yeah, but these days, school and education have become burden among young people, and we have a very serious problem with the motivations, with that despite of entertaining students, school and educations have in so many ways become difficulties among young people.
But in your times, nobody had internet and television and mobile phones. The young people have all this.
But still, I think these days with these technologies, this is the art of teaching. This is the art of learning. When we can see education and teaching and learning as actually as fun as internet, as fun as games, as fun as computer. No, and we should see these technologies actually facilitate us. So you don't have to be poor to enjoy education, and if you are rich, you have an opportunity to access for more qualified education. It's even better opportunities. Yeah. So the problem is, I think nowadays we don't see education that way. Yeah, we don't see the teaching that way. It's we have to be we need to be proud of our profession actually as teachers or as students.
What would you say wealthy children not appreciating going to school?
Yeah, it's growing, that kind of sense now, that rich students, wealthy students do not really appreciate education. So we have to get back to the system, I think, to the essence of teachings. Yeah, we should look at that problem. Now we should address that problem. That how we can make education the way I experienced in this elementary school.
But you need the right teachers for this motivation.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to say. But since education is not my expertise, I don't think I have the right to say that.
Now you are an expert after this book. One of the lessons.
I've been trying to say that maybe the problem is with the teachers actually, but I don't think I have the right to say that.
Yeah. One of the lessons I was told from your book is poverty, when romanticized, is just a commodity. So that happened when the mining company stopped the plans of reconstruct the school. But then, after then, nobody cares about the poverty.
It happens anywhere, actually. So if we talk about politics, anything can happen. Yeah. So I hope politics can be more can facilitate education anywhere in the world, not only in Indonesia. So I hope education will not be part of politics anywhere in the world.
Another lesson I throw out of your book is everybody has a special talent.
Yes.
The problem is how to discover it.
Yes.
But the talent is there.
Yes, I believe in that. Yeah, everyone has talent. You know, everyone has giant inside themselves, and then it's the challenges just need to be recognized, and I think it can be scientifically recognized by consulting psychologists from early age. Yeah, but back in this elementary school, we had two amazing teachers that could sense a challenge among their students. Actually, that's the blessing. Yeah, so I consider myself very lucky to have an opportunity to study from this collapsing school, as you can see. But I am also lucky that I've got a scholarship. I have an opportunity to study in Europe. But like I told you many times, that the best education I've ever got my whole life is from this school. Why? Because in this school I really learned the true meaning of education and appreciations to knowledge and how to be proud of one's professions as teachers or as students, and that defines everything.
In your novel you say education is also a duty. We adapted God. Why?
Yeah, education is blessing for human race. Yeah. So the quality of humanity will be defined by how knowledgeable someone is. Yeah. The knowledge will provide us with tolerance. The knowledge will provide us with solutions. Yeah, the knowledge will provide us with a sense of how to live together in harmony, side by side. And the knowledge will save this planet and make it a better world to stay. Yeah. So it's very important to be knowledgeable. Yeah, and it doesn't have anything to do actually with whether you are poor or rich. It has something to do with your integrity. Yeah, it has something to do with the way you see knowledge and the way you perceive education.
How do you think did the novel change the discussion about education in Indonesia and probably everywhere?
I cannot claim there is a distinct connection, between educations, between my work and the improvement of education system in Indonesia. But I have received so many response from so many people that, and even companies, that they start to increase their budgets for corporate social responsibility and educations up to 2% now to total revenue of the company. And then I have also received so many responses that people are encouraged to pursue higher level of education after reading the novel. What I have learned is after reading The Rainbow Troops, they would like to do something in their life. They start to see that actually they have everything, but they've been complaining all the time. Then this is the positive response I've got from this work, from The Rainbow Troops. And I love to see this work has a real impact on real development, on real change and improvement in situations in education or a person's life. And the fact that this novel is actually has a very strong relationship with reality, maybe it contributes more to the real impacts of the novel.
It is the most successful book of Indonesia ever, but now it becomes well known all over the world. Do you think your ideas, your talk about the values of education, are a universal issue?
Yeah, since education is still problems anywhere in the world, I think the novel is still relevant. And since almost everyone has their own problems with confidence, with the way to appreciate themselves, I think this kind of story will still relevant. I think that's the reasons why, let's say, Hans Berlin, a very respectable publisher in German, decides to publish the novel. And it's one of the reasons why it's now been translated into so many foreign languages, because the issues of the story is still there, are still there, and are still current issues anywhere in the world now. Every country has its own education problem. So I heard from the experts that in wealthy countries, in very well developed countries, young people motivation is deteriorating. Motivations for education is deteriorating. In countries like this, maybe we have strong motivation, we have a very strong motivation to pursue higher level education, and maybe we have problems with the facilities. So, and so many people maybe find it difficult to decide whether to pursue a higher level of education. So this book can be a solution for them.
Who do you think is responsible in the end for your success, for your life? Yourself?
Yes, sure. Yeah, but I've been living my life inspired by this collapsing school and by the educations I've got from this humble school and and my teacher and my classmates, including Lintang. So if you have if you read the novel, you will find this amazing character named Lintang, and he is my Albert Einstein, my Adam Smith, my Isaac Newton.
This is an Islamic school. Is this important for the education you got here, or is religious not the first thing? It's not a Quran school. It's
yes, this is an Islamic school, and I think Islam itself has it's a very good education, you know, and then but as long as we we can appreciate knowledge. So,
But that is one of the problems of the Islamistic kind of religion. Knowledge and religion are totally separated in Saudi Arabia as well.
I don't know about Saudi Arabia, but it was a wonderful school here, and I don't see the kind of educations I've got in this school anymore. You know, if it was so funny that we didn't like Sunday because we like to be at school all the time. So sometimes we didn't even like holidays. Yes, that's the art of educating people. That the teacher has that talent of making us fall in love with the school.
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you.